guys, we are far from Pretoria right now. I'm in my hometown, about to hit the road in this, the Mazda CX30. And hey, before I even go far, welcome to the channel. It's Sibo, and I appreciate that you're here with me today. Look, the CX30 has been around for quite some time, and for those who know, yes, it's powered by a natural aspirated 2-liter engine, 121 kilowatts, 213 Newton meters of torque. And yeah, for those who know and have been on the channel for quite some time, you know that I do have some guile with the natural aspirated engines. But could this be different? Could this be the one that is changing how I'm feeling about that? We'll see. Without further ado, I think let's just, you know what, let's get onto the road. It's getting late and I need to get to Pretoria. Still have around 350 kilometers or so. So yeah, we'll talk about it on the way. Let's do it. Let's go. So let's hit the road before it gets dark because I want to get home quite early. Yep. So this is the CX30. Let's see how much fuel we have. Of course, we have the full tank. It says 690 kilometers to go. We've done around 550 on the previous full tank. So I'm not sure if... Yeah, guys, the sound system in here is quite good, but we can talk about that on the way. Otherwise, I think let's just hit the road because I think it's around 3:30 now and we need to be in Pretoria at some point before dark. I don't know if that's going to happen, but no, it's, I mean, by 5:30 it will already be dark. So otherwise, yep. We're in the CX30 and we are hitting the road. Guys, this is my hometown. These dusty streets that you're seeing here, this is where we grew up running around, doing all sorts of playing and so on. Okay, I grew up in different places, but this is home. Otherwise, I've done a bit of gravel on it when I got home yesterday, and I can tell you right now that this is not one of those cars that would be entirely comfortable doing like gravel drive in it like for some time and so on, because it feels a little bit sensitive. The feedback that I'm getting from the wheels to the steering wheel, it's something that, yeah, I can't say. Why can't I put this camera properly, guys? Let me wait. Put it properly. Let me take it up a bit. Okay, maybe this is better. Yeah, saying the feedback that I'm getting in it, I can feel that the car is solid. Most of the cars are actually quite solid, and you don't find yourself thinking, this thing is gonna die anytime soon, because even the engine as well, natural aspirated, that's something that you know for sure it's made to last. I mean, Mazda has been leading durability tests for quite some time now. I mean, Lexus has been there, Mazda has been there, Toyota has been there. I'm thinking the Japanese, they're just good at this thing. They're just good at making sure that their cars are solid. But I can't say that I'm feeling much better driving in this car on gravel like this, because yeah, I do get a sense that it is a little bit sensitive. It's a little bit, the feedback that I'm getting on the steering wheel, I feel like it's shaking quite violently to the hands, and that's a tell sign that it's not handling the gravel quite well. As much as it has like big 18-inch tires here, which are not necessarily low profile, they don't necessarily look like it, but still I'm not getting that comfort. Guys, I can't put the camera properly. I don't know what I need to do right now, so I need to find a way to put it properly for you, because right now it's making me to drive uncomfortably. I'm gonna find a stop somewhere here and I'm gonna put it properly. Let me stop here. Okay, all right, let me do that. Okay, I think we're up and running now. It's so hot. And it's winter, guys. Welcome to Limpopo. Okay, let's hit the road now. Hey, my brother, what's happening now? Okay, yeah. One thing about the natural aspirated engines is that you can't run away from the screams, especially if you're doing like low speed and so on. That's just something that may bother you if you are used to turbocharged engines, because a lot of us started buying cars when turbocharged engines were now famous. The smaller engines, the 1 liters, 1.4s that are turbocharged instead of this kind of cars. But when it comes to Mazda, they've maintained this like natural aspirated engines in their lineup. One thing that maybe I don't appreciate is that when they're bringing these cars, normally they don't bring the turbocharged variants, and if you get a turbocharged variant like in the CX5, it's so expensive that you find that I can't afford this. Maybe they should just drop the spec and just put the engine. I mean, the cars look amazing. If I was to consider the design of this car as a whole, I think I can't even complain about it. Yes, you may not like this coupe style kind of drive where maybe you feel like it's a little bit awkward, because when it comes to this kind of cars like the CX30, you actually buying a car for lifestyle. If you think about it, these are the kind of guys that would consider maybe the Hyundai Kona, the BMW X2. What other car is in that space? There's quite a few that are like coupe style, like that. I think people that are looking at it, they want more of a lifestyle kind of a car, as much as they want to cater for family as well. But it's more lifestyle. Why can't I think of other? I'm sure there are other cars that fall into this category. Okay, we'll talk about it if I think about it. But otherwise, let's just focus on driving this every day for now, because these are the kind of places where you'd be driving this car. Yes, maybe not in the rural areas like this, but the stops and goes and so on, that's where you're not going to find so much joy in the engine, because it does scream, especially if you want to move as quickly as possible off the line. Is it lazy? I can't really say it's lazy, but because it's making that sound, you end up feeling like I'm hating the engine. And I think that's where Mazda's durability comes in, because then you start thinking that, you know what, actually Mazda is made to last. I've complained about natural aspirated engines before, like in the Suzuki. The smaller the engine, I believe it should be turbocharged. This 2 liter, it's probably for me borderline what should be. Okay, let me take this. It's a gravel, but I can manage. It's not that long. So I'm showing you my place, guys. This is where I grew up. I'm about to get onto the highway. This is the highway. And from there on, it's straight to Pretoria, non-stop. That's the nice thing about my home. It's supported by the national highway. I'm flexing. I've even lost my chain of thought. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But hey, we're gonna get onto the highway and we will do more of the talking, because there's a lot more to talk about when it comes to this car on the highway. Okay, let me try to manage this gravel. Okay. This guy's gonna be so dirty. Yo. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. It's our time now to get onto the highway. If these trucks, Jesus, so much traffic. We find a way. This camera is misbehaving today, and I don't want to lose. Jesus. Come on. Yo. I am going. Otherwise, we won't be able to get on. Okay, Oris, let me shift for you. Then I will talk about this. So, the engine, does it lose steam on the highway like this? Well, from here on, okay, after this V-Class, I will start accelerating towards 120 because we have 120 from this point on. Guys, I see a lot of political parties banners and whatever's. I hope you're gonna be voting. I'm so relaxed, like this is not a review the way I'm doing it right now. It's like this is not a review. It's like we are just going home to Pretoria. Okay, we are leaving the actual home. This is actual home. Okay, there's quite a lot of traffic actually. Maybe I should talk to you guys after Polokwane, because this is gonna take me to Polokwane in the next 20 minutes or so. So I'm actually vlogging. Okay, we will talk when I get to Polokwane, guys. So we're about to get into Polokwane, rather just outside Polokwane, because that's where the end pass is passing now through the ring road. And yeah, I think if I was to say right now I reduce and I want to catch up to that V-Class that is in front of us, just to press it, I can go over 120 of course, but I just wanted to demonstrate to you how this engine screams when you're trying to do that. And as well, it makes this gearbox work a little bit harder, especially with the changing slopes. You know, on the highway you will be going up sometimes and sometimes you will be going down. So if you're going up, it's like it's going to fetch the torque from gear 5, because this is a 6-speed. You see now it's on 6, but if the slope was going up, it was just going to change down to 5. So I think that's where the natural aspirated engines are struggling when it comes to torque, because the torque figures are quite low at 230 Newton meters. Yes, it's not like too low, but it's still not enough to give you that smooth look. It's changing now. I think it went to 5. You see, it went to 5. So it's not gonna give you that smooth gear shifts that can be maintained as well when you're going up and down. It always sounds like it's working hard. Yes, you know that this engine can take it because it's a proven engine over and over, but hey, I can't discredit that. It creates that little discomfort, especially when you're driving like this, because it does have some element of screams on the highway. But when it comes to settling down, it knows how to settle. It knows how to settle, I can give it that, especially when the road is just flat, just going like that. Even when it's changing down to 5 sometimes and you're already on the move, like just above 120 or so, you don't really struggle much with feeling that the car can catch up, can move and so on. But if you want to really chase what's in front of you, that's when then you're going to start experiencing that this engine is working a little bit harder. Anyway, you can see this is Polokwane. I don't know how the camera is capturing it, but this is the road that I call the Millionaire's Row as we are passing right now. Maybe I should just play the sound system for you and I keep quiet as we're passing this section of the road. This has a Bose 12 speaker sound system. One of my favorites is the Bose sound system in the Mazdas specifically. Yeah, let me just play it for you. Yep, and that's the Bose Sound System. It's proper. Look, I can't even complain about this. This puts some of the more expensive cars to shame. I mean, this car is priced just below 600k, especially the individual one, because I think it's coming at around what 583, somewhere there. I'll just put the price on the screen. But hey, something that I wanted you to notice was that when I was trying to accelerate just behind that V-Class, when it passed the truck and this other cars in front of us, the sound system, even when I was accelerating, and this engine does make some noise. Let me just show you how much noise it makes. Can you hear that? That's the noise it makes. But when you're playing the sound system, they have this audio pilot feature that they have on this Bose Sound System. It's amazing. It matches the speed, the road noises, and tries as much as possible to reduce the in-cabin noises and anything that comes from outside. I'm so impressed with this sound system. They've done a great job. They've done a great job. I mean, I can't even complain much about this. You know, I'm fuzzy when it comes to sound systems, but not this one. Not this one. Otherwise, I'm just outside Polokwane now. This should be Serala View, and after that is Flora Park, and then Peter Mokaba Stadium is going to come in. Then I'll probably I'm turning this into a vlog, right? I'll talk to you probably when I pass Kranskop, somewhere there. If you know the N1, you should know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I guess we'll talk when I get there. So I told you guys that the sun is gonna go down at around 5:30. It's 5:17 now, and yeah, well, the sun is down. You can see that the lights are on almost all the cars that are passing by, and I'm passing Medimule mountain, so I'm not even yet at Kranskop. But hey, I think I've spoken about the engine and so on. Man, it's so easy to pass. It's so easy to pass beyond 130 here, and I'm trying to keep like just below. And that's just one thing about it. It feels like when it's on gear 6, right? It's like it's asking for more. Like gear 6, 120 kilometers per hour is like it's not enough. It sounds like it's like you're on a higher gear and you need to give it more boost, at least to get to around 127, 129. Then it settles in that gear. But otherwise, let's talk composure, man. This thing is composed, guys. I mean, it doesn't feel like the suspension setup that they have here. It's the typical McPherson torsion beam at the back. It feels like it's like an independent suspension that is just supportive of this car when it comes to road imperfections, because wow, I'm so impressed with the composure. Probably it's because it's informed by the tires as well. As I said, it's not like it's low profile tires. I think it's like 215/55 R18, and yeah, that is very supportive of in-cabin noises. Road noises are so minimal in here. Even when you're not playing the sound system, you can hear right now that, as I said, that the engine can settle down as well. There is minimal noise in this car. I like that about it. Insulation, they've done a great job. I think Mazda kills insulation. They're amazing when it comes to that, thanks to their material use as well from the interior. Soft touch here, soft touch in most areas that you can touch. The steering wheel feels so good to touch. I mean, this car for me, it feels so premium. I have to say, it really feels so premium. And if there's one thing about it, the way we look at Mazda overall, I'm not sure if people understand just how good Mazda is when it comes to their material use, the durability thereof, how it feels overall to be in the car itself. It's a completely different feeling. It reminds me of the Kia as well. I don't think we are placing them in the right space because they are borderline luxury. I'm telling you, it's like borderline premium luxury. It depends on which variant you're getting. And yeah, I'm always so impressed with their products and the way they design. And when I'm just looking at the dash as well, this like the screen where it's tucked away, you can see that, you know, I can't even reach. And when I'm looking at like this part here, the center console and the sitting position as well, it makes you feel cocooned in this space, that you feel that I'm in this premium car. And yeah, man, they managed to capture their presentation well. And this sitting position, this car has so much adjustment that you can do on the driver's side. On the passenger side, it's just manual adjustment up, down, and front and back. But in this side, you can get lumbar support, you can get a lot of adjustment going down and so on. You can really take this sit down. I prefer sitting a little bit up a bit, but for those who prefer sitting down low, this is probably one of the best as well that you can get. I'm just so impressed because as a Grand Tourer, I think this car can do a long distance and you won't feel tired. This feels like the seats, they hug you quite nicely, and yeah, you can do a lot of like a long distance in here without feeling tired. I really like that. The composure as well. Hey, my man, what's wrong with you? Yes, says. Look, the composure. Okay, the composure, it's something that is so impressive. That disturbed me. But I'm at Kranskop now. You can see I'm getting to the toll gate now. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get into the garage and get some refreshments and then hit the road again. It's getting dark now. And yeah, I don't know, should I close the review? Because I think we covered a lot. But hey, we'll see. I think we'll just continue. I'll tell you probably what time do I get to Pretoria and so on. So yeah, from that perspective, let me not take the person who's doing the tollgate stuff. We'll talk. Alright, Oh, where's the cut? Where's the cut? Where's the cut? Hi, sis. The guy? Ah, wrong. Alright, thanks. So yeah, we are off. And yeah, I think one thing that probably could deter you from considering Mazda, besides the table, yeah, it's probably the pricing, because this guy is on me. Like, this guy is on me. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, come on. Okay, yeah, probably the pricing, because this thing tops at around 583, I think, thousand, just almost 600. As I said, I'll just put the prices on here. And when you think about it, the price point, man, yeah, it's one of those things that are a little bit tricky, because it's such a good car, and I understand why for this individual they would price it like that. But at the same time, there's just a lot of cars, especially from performance perspective, that could be a little bit more settled compared to this one. And when I'm looking at the size as well, you'd start thinking maybe I should consider the CX5 and see what's that about. But like I said, this is like a more stylish car. It depends on what you want. It's not just about the family, because from practicality point of view, of course, it's not your CX5. It has a sloping roof, the seats at the back as well. It's not necessarily quite roomy. For my sitting position right now, I'm quite tight, but it's comfortable. I can do some distance in it without feeling tired or cramping. But it's still not necessarily the biggest car. The boot size as well, it's not that big. I will just show you what's in the boot right now, and you can see that, yeah, it does actually compete with the likes of Jolion's and the Tiggo 7 Pros and so on in terms of size. So from that perspective, I think, yeah, for almost 600k, someone might think, maybe it's a lot. But when I'm thinking about the offering overall, I do see it's just a matter of where you're placing Mazda as a brand itself. Like, where are you placing Mazda from your perspective? I think that's just one thing that maybe you need to consider. But hey, let's get into the garage, because yeah, I need to rest a bit. This is halfway. I don't remember how many kilometers we had here. I think it was 590 something, so we are on 783. So we've done just almost 200k now, and we had a full tank. I think, yeah, now we are on just above half, 2 bars above half tank. So yeah, that's our fuel consumption right now. It's saying 7.1, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I mean, it was saying we can do more than 600, I think. And now it's on 460. So this is Kranskop, guys. For those who do not know, Kranskop, Limpopo, all those, this is Kranskop. Let me park here. Am I going to be able to get out with that thing? So yeah, I'll probably tell you when I get to Pretoria, and then we close this thing. Yep. Let's cut it here now.